let's figure out who the most authentic version of yourself is together. So we need to integrate your shadow. Your shadow is basically where all the gifts and the things that you enjoyed in your childhood, you kind of laid to die, but it's still there. Usually projection is a great indicator to the shadow, and also regret is a great indicator to the shadow. So if something gives you an emotional response, if something triggers you, that is a pointer to your shadow. That's a pointer for you to learn deeper about yourself. Why do I feel like this? Why has this made me feel this way? And when I say emotional response, I'm not talking about, oh, it's made me feel angry or it's made me feel sad. I'm talking about happy as well. Things that make you feel excited, things, that's all your shadow, right? So recognize these triggers that you have. The nature of projection: project all the unresolved hate inside of yourself. This is more so on the negative side of the spectrum, but usually project onto the things that you hate about yourself. Oh, she's so annoying, because there's something about her that reminds you of you. You haven't resolved that. You haven't accepted that. You haven't integrated that shadow side of yourself, and that person is just freely being it. Do you understand? You're meant to explore your shadow to become your whole self. Many of your greatest gifts, the undeveloped talents you left behind in your childhood, are somewhere inside the shadow. Regret is a good indication to the shadow. I'll give you an example. One time, this is probably my biggest regret. I was invited to like an open mic that my friend was hosting, and I didn't go to the open, I didn't perform. And I have this image in my head of the empty mic just there, just naked and alone, and I'm just watching it, and I said to myself in that moment, I know I'm gonna regret this. And I swear to God, that's my, like, if anyone asks me if I have any regrets, that is my regret. Also, I have another regret, but I'm not going to say it on camera because that's a bit too much for anyone. It's to do with Houston, Texas. I should have been in that bitch. But anyway, that's a sidetrack. Okay. Projection. If something informs you, you're probably not projecting. But if something affects you emotionally, you are projecting. Again, as I said before, when things give you an emotional reaction, hold that doubt and dig deeper. Ask yourself why, and begin to ask yourself questions. Begin to explore yourself. You're exploring your shadow, and the more you explore your shadow, the more you will accept your shadow, because you'll realize, I kind of like these things about myself. The more that I pay attention to them, I can't escape them. They are actually a part of me. So they're things that you're going to continuously confront about yourself. And as you, I guess, accept yourself, I'm still on this journey myself, so far I can't really give you that much advice in terms of what the actualized version of myself would say to you. But as a fellow being on the journey of integrating the shadow, I can say that it is really fun getting to know things about yourself. I was at a dance rehearsal today, and we was all talking in a circle. And I can't sit still. Like, after about 5 minutes, my brain is like, and I'm still listening, but it looks like I'm talking to myself. I probably am. I'm just bugging out. But in this space, it was so safe, and everyone was it's a community of people that I found that don't make me feel weird about the little things about myself. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting, and I kind of began to enjoy, because I was in such a safe space to actually be who I am. I actually enjoy those things about myself, like those little quirks. Like when people talk for too long, maybe I'm gonna start bugging out. I kind of like it. Do you know what I mean? But when I was younger, I used to look at like other girls, and I'd be like, oh, she's like sitting and she's really like holding herself well. I need to like stop. Like, do you get it? Now I don't really care. So yeah, integrating the shadow is an amazing journey that we're on to finding our authentic selves. And it's even better because it's like, if you choose to have kids, and if you choose to, create a whole next generation of people, you'll be able to teach them from the jump how to be themselves. Or actually, you can't teach them how to be themselves, but you'll embrace that. Do you understand? So I'm glad that you're here learning about yourself, because you're actually doing it for other people. It's inspiring. So that is my video.